This short video introduces AMOS, the operational system used across Technova Systems. Its purpose is simple: to make projects, roles, and time clearer, not more complicated. You are not expected to understand everything at once. You only need to know how AMOS supports your work. AMOS exists because growing agencies break in predictable ways. Projects become unclear, roles overlap, time is guessed instead of governed, and teams are asked to improvise under pressure. AMOS was designed to remove that guesswork by putting structure before execution. AMOS stands for Agency Management Operational System. It is an AI-governed framework designed specifically for B2B service organizations. AMOS does three things. It defines how work is structured, it defines who owns what, and it defines how time is governed ethically. AMOS organizes work into 5 core pods. Each pod has a clear function, a clear leader, and a clear responsibility. Strategic pod handles direction, brand architecture, and long-term planning. This pod ensures we are solving the right problems before execution begins. Creative pod translates strategy into campaigns, content, and storytelling that communicates clearly and consistently. Operational pod governs processes, SOPs, and delivery discipline, so work moves predictably and efficiently. Technical pod builds and integrates systems, automation, and AI that support execution across all pods. Manpower pod manages staffing, coordination, and capacity so teams are supported and workloads stay balanced. Each pod is led by a designated pod head and works in coordination with the others. No pod operates in isolation, and no pod overlaps randomly. Each pod also contains defined pod categories, and each category is broken down into standardized task codes. This means every task inside the agency is documented, time-defined, assigned to the correct pod, and tracked and reported consistently. Each core pod has a designated pod head to ensure accountability and cross-pod alignment. The strategic pod is led by a strategy lead responsible for direction and long-term coherence. The creative pod is led by a creative lead who ensures execution aligns with strategic intent. The operational pod is led by an operations lead who governs SOPs, process discipline, and delivery flow. The technical pod is led by a technical lead overseeing systems, automation, and integrations. The manpower pod is led by a resource lead coordinating staffing, onboarding, and capacity balance. These pod leads work together to keep execution aligned, ethical, and scalable. AMOS uses shared language to govern time. AIH means AI-assisted hours, internal effort supported by systems and automation. CH means client hours, the hours allocated and consumed for delivery. PH means buffer hours, the space that protects quality, teams, and outcomes. You are not expected to calculate these. They exist so projects remain fair, realistic, and sustainable. Agencies with existing SOPs can adapt AMOS to their structure. Agencies without SOPs can adopt PAS, the project implementation layer of AMOS, to establish clarity from day one. AMOS is not here to control your work. It exists to protect you from ambiguity and to make expectations clear before execution begins. One system, clear structure. That's AMOS.